Shalom and welcome to another episode in our series called Israel on Location. Today we're at a place called Caesarea Philippi. It's mentioned in the Gospels. It also is called Banias. We are in northern Israel at this site called Caesarea Philippi, also called Banias, where there is a spring. You can see the water behind me. This actually serves as one of the three main tributaries for the upper Jordan River. The Banias, the Dan, and then a spring that comes from Lebanon called the Hatspani, all come together to form the upper Jordan. This place is very significant because Jesus, while he did not come into this city, the Gospel of Matthew chapter 16 tells us he came to the region of Caesarea Philippi. Here there was a huge Temple of Augustus, and a temple later on to Zeus, and also a temple to Nemesis, and a shrine dedicated to the dancing goats. But also Pan, or Pan, depending on how you pronounce him, the Greek-Roman shepherding god, not so kosher incidentally, but he was also honored here, and we'll take a look at one of the niches dedicated to him. We're looking now into the area where there was once a huge temple to Augustus. Coinage actually helps us understand how large it was. And as we walk up to this, we call it a grotto area, this cultic area of the site, we'll see these niches. One dedicated to Pan, and there it is behind me. Back in the 80s, only the top part of that top niche was exposed, but since the excavation, all the dirt has now revealed these other niches. This was not a kosher place, let's just say. Over in this direction are more of the excavations. It's not overly impressive, but it is in the region of Caesarea Philippi where Jesus asked this very important question of his disciples: "Who do you say I am?" And it's Peter who responded, "You are the Christ, you are the Son of the living God." That's very significant because Peter nailed it. He identified Jesus as the Son of God, the Messiah. And then Jesus says, we'll offer you the keys of the kingdom. And from this point on, these disciples would learn about Jesus' eventual death and resurrection in Jerusalem. About 5 or 6 months later, that's when they would go to Jerusalem and Jesus would offer his life. The gates of Hades is an interesting term in that passage in Matthew 16. Most would refer the gates of Hades to this area of the Temple of Augustus, and a spring actually came out of this big cave now. It's pretty much dried up today. But could it be that the gates of Hades was a code word used by Matthew as meaning the gates of gentile cities? I think that may have been the hidden meaning behind Jesus' words, and the gates of Hades will not prevail. Certainly there could have been a reference to all the pagan practice happening here, again in this Temple of Augustus, but Jesus, I think, was predicting even more powerfully the idea that when the kingdom would take root and expand, nothing could hold it back. It would advance with unstoppable force, even through the, quote, gates of Gentile cities. And that's exactly what happened when Peter, in Acts 10, shares the good news of the kingdom with Cornelius. And what happens there? This Gentile receives Christ and the kingdom. So Jesus was predicting the future advancement of the kingdom that he came to initiate. So here at Caesarea Philippi, we can understand, again, the question, who do you say I am? Very important answer that Peter gives us. And also the promise that in our ministry within the kingdom, nothing can hold back the kingdom because of our acceptance of Christ and the promise that he has given us to take the kingdom to Jews and Gentiles and the entire world. So here at Caesarea Philippi, in front of the Temple of Augustus, that was the epitome of pagan worship, and in front of these niches dedicated to Pan, we are privileged to be able to claim Christ and to profess with Peter Jesus is indeed the Christ, the Messiah, the true Son of God. So here at one of the headwaters of the Jordan, one of the tributaries, and in this area of this grotto of Caesarea Philippi, we say shalom until next time. Thanks for joining us.